Hello, St. John's. I'm looking around for Dadna. Do you remember Dadna, the elephant, who used to help me on the other assembly the other time? I was looking for Dadna. Dadna's gone missing. Dadna was reading a book, and now I can't find Dadna anywhere. So maybe you can help me find him in a little while. But before we start, let's start our service. And actually, before we start, let me say Ramadan Mubarak to anyone who is celebrating Ramadan this month. I hope, if you are, that it's a really special time for you with your families. And I hope it's a really good and special and enriching time for you and for all your families. So, Ramadan Mubarak. So, let's start our collective worship and let's light our candle together. Here we go. We light the candle. If we can, there we are. And we say, Jesus says, I am the light of the world. There we go. The candle's lit, although it's a very quiet candle today, but it is lit. There we are. Well, I'm looking for Dadna, and I wonder where Dadna is. I've looked all around and, oh, hold on. Just over here, behind all the books. Look who it is. It's Dadna. Dadna, you're shaking. What's going on? Dadna's shaking. What's the matter? You're scared? Oh no. Dadna's scared. Dadna, why are you scared? You really are scared. Look, Dadna's really shaking. Why are you scared? You've read a book about dinosaurs. Yeah. And you're scared that one's going to tread on you and squash you? Oh my gosh. That is scary. But it's not going to happen. Don't worry. Dinosaurs don't exist anymore. They're in museums or in fossils, but they won't come and squash you. You're okay. They're in the books. But, isn't that true? That's true, isn't it? Is that true? Yes. See, oh, poor Dadna. Don't worry. It's okay to be scared, though. It's okay. In fact, actually, I was about to do a sermon just about all of that, or an assembly just about that, because we've been looking at just after Easter and what happened after Easter, after the resurrection of Jesus. And I wanted to talk today about how the disciples were scared. Do you remember the disciples? The friends of Jesus? They were scared. I wonder if you've ever been scared. Well, certainly Dadna's been scared. I think we all have times in our life when we're always scared, aren't we? Things that scare us, big occasions or things that we're not sure about, and we feel scared. And that's exactly what happened. For Jesus's friends, for his disciples, they were scared. In fact, they were hiding in a room upstairs because they didn't know what to do. And of course they'd be scared. They've just seen their friend get killed, and then they were worried about the Roman soldiers, and they were worried about the priests that were trying to chase them as well and stop them. They didn't know what was going on. They were scared. It would have been a really scary time. So you can understand that sometimes it's okay to be scared. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense to be scared, doesn't it? And so they were hiding in that upstairs room. Let's see what happened though. In that story though, all the disciples were together, and then Jesus came to be with them. Can you see that, Dadna? Can you see? Yeah, can you see? There, that's right. Yes. Jesus came to be with them, and he said, "Peace be with you." And they all felt a sense of peace. You'll see in this picture, as is often the way with older pictures, they just showed the disciples as only men, but there would have been women there as well, because there are women in the story all the way through. But I don't know why. They only show men in these pictures often. So there they are. And they all receive this sense of peace from Jesus. And in fact, that peace turns their scaredness into something that's strong and bold and makes them feel very, very powerful. And they do incredible things all around that region, around Jerusalem and all around, telling people about the love of God, yes, and also telling people, helping people, serving people, distributing food to poor people. They were doing all sorts of things, incredible things. But of course, sometimes we can all feel scared. It's okay to feel scared. Like Dadna felt scared because Dadna didn't know about the dinosaurs. You're okay now, is that right? Oh, very good. Yes, so we can feel scared about things, but being scared doesn't always stop us. Sometimes we have to understand being scared and then we can carry on. and find out that we, like those disciples, can do incredible things. I want to tell you a story that I really love by Jill Tomlinson. That's it. You sit down there, Dadna. By Jill Tomlinson. And it's called "The Owl Who Was Afraid of the Dark." We see, again, that sounds silly, doesn't it? An owl has to be out at night time. That's when owls are out. So an owl that's scared of the dark, well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? How can you be an owl that's scared of the dark? Well, this owl was. And it was causing all sorts of problems for the owl's mummy and daddy. This owl is called Plop. Funny name, isn't it? Plop. Dadna's a much more straightforward name, Dadna. But Plop is the name of this owl. But I won't tell you the whole story, but we'll go into what happened. The owl Plop told his mummy and daddy, "I'm really scared of the dark. I think dark is silly and I don't like the dark and I don't want any part of the dark." And mummy and daddy say, "Oh, come on. This is what being an owl is all about." And so they tell Plop to go off and speak to other people about the dark and see what they say about it. So, where's the owl gone? Can you see where the owl's gone? Where? Oh. You're right, Edna. It's up there. Hello, Plop. Good to see you. So Plop went out to find all these other people to see what they would say. Plop first met a little boy who said, "Dark is exciting. It's not scary, it's exciting." Plop said, "But it is scary." "No, you need things to be dark. We've got fireworks tonight. We're really looking forward to it. You can't have fireworks in the daylight. You need it to be dark, and then it becomes really exciting." Do you think that's true? You do. I think that's true as well. Plop thought, maybe there is something about this in the dark. Then Plop met an old lady. She said, "You know what? The dark is kind." "Dark is kind?" thought Plop. Why is the dark kind? Well, because when it's dark, I can be alone with my memories and my thoughts, and I can remember back to really happy times with my family and my friends and things that I did in the past. And it means that I can remember. It takes away all the other distractions. "Oh," thought Plop the owl. "That's interesting. I'd never thought about that." Plop met another little boy who said, "No, dark is fun. It's not scary." "What? How can it be fun?" thought Plop. "Well, tonight we're having a campfire and we're drinking hot cocoa all around the fire, hot chocolate. That will be delicious and I'm really looking forward to it." Plop thought more. Well, that is exciting, isn't it? That is fun. I'd kind of like that. But I still don't like the dark. I'm not sure about the dark. And then Plop met a little girl, and the little girl said, "You know what? The dark is necessary." Necessary? Why is it necessary? Well, think about this. How can you have Father Christmas if it's not dark? Father Christmas can't come and visit and deliver all the presents. Oh, that's a very good point, isn't it? That is a good point, isn't it, Dadna? That's a very good point. Yes, so the dark is necessary as well. And then Plop met a man with a telescope who was looking up at the stars and who said, "Dark is wonderful because I can see the stars." And when we think about it, of course, you have to have it dark in order to see the stars. Thought Plop even more. And then Plop met a black cat who took him through the night and said, "Look, the moon is shining and everything looks dark and beautiful and wonderful." And the cat showed Plop the owl all the beautiful things to see, the way that the moonlight lit on trees and on buildings and on rivers. And Plop understood. In fact, Plop finally got it. Although Plop thought that the dark was scary and unknown, in the end, Plop went back to see his mummy and daddy and said, "Dark is super!" And realised that actually it is a magical time and it's okay. So something you were scared of, it's okay. It's okay because actually we can find really good things in there. And I think that was a bit like those disciples in Jerusalem who were really scared. But they finally understood when Jesus came to see them and said, "Peace be with you," that God was with them. But I'm still scared. Well, sometimes we are still scared. Sometimes there are scary things that are taking place in our lives. And if there's something that's scary in your life, then it is good to know that you should speak to either a grown-up that you trust, a teacher, someone, a parent, someone who cares for you. Make sure that you definitely know that you're safe. If there's anything that's really scaring you, always tell someone and ask for help if you're really scared about something. So it's worth knowing that. But this is the story of this assembly after the resurrection. Those disciples were scared, but they still did great things. They spoke about God's love throughout the world, and it changed the whole world. And people have done amazing things ever since in the name of God, showing love and kindness. This is one of my heroes. Do you know who this is? This is Dr. Martin Luther King. There he is from the 60s, who stood up against the racist elements in America, stood up for civil rights for black people, and was incredibly brave. Martin Luther King would have been very scared at many times, and yet he did incredible things and has left a great legacy for the people of America, in fact, for the people of the whole world. Scared disciples, Martin Luther King was a disciple, still do great things, even if they're scared, because God is with them. Families are with us. Those who love us are with us. And in all of those, God is with us. And that's an encouragement for us all. So when you're scared about something, maybe something in school, maybe a task that you've got to do, something that worries you, speak to other people about it and realize, like the owl, that even those things that scare us, they can become okay when we share them and explore them and think about them. Okay, so shall we say a prayer together before our assembly ends? Dear God, we thank you for the story of your disciples being scared, but still doing great things. When we are scared or something of unknown or troubling, help us to realize we're not alone. Friends and families and you yourself are with us. Help us to see the good in things that challenge us. Amen. And let's say the prayer that Jesus taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Right. So here we are. Oh, I've gone over the words. Shall I see if I can make myself go up? Oh, I've done it. There we are. Dadna, so you're going to help me blow out the candle. Here we go. We say, loving God, help me to shine like a light in the world. And whew, there we are. Blowing out the candle. There we are. Fantastic. Good day, everyone at St. John's. Have a really good day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And hope to see you soon. Bye.